We are very pleased to host this exhibit tonight, Twice Upon a Time, by two artists, Chilean Isabel Brinck and Mexican Laura Villarreal. It's an honor for us to host this exhibit, and I want to give special thanks to the Embassy of Mexico and the Cultural Institute. We have here Alejandra de la Paz, Claudia Guerre, and also many sponsors we have tonight. And we have one person here from BSA, from Miami, all the way, Roberto, someone here. Thank you for coming, and all the friends. And this is a project is a result of a very interesting collaborative effort, a process. I want to explain this process because this is something that really will keep your attention about this. This is not just about beautiful paintings, but also about how the paintings were made. The process is the following. One artist would come up with an introduction of a short story. Actually, it's a tiny story, a micro story, based on an observation. It could be the odd neighbor that washes the car at 4 in the morning, or the text message of one's daughter, or the violence of the hometown of one of the artists. And when that text is finished, it would be sent to the other artist to finish. When they had 22 stories, started by one, finished by the other, they started the painting process. So there's a text first, and you can see the text on the labels. And the painting process, I'm going to explain it to you through one of the paintings, the one you have on your left, titled Superman. Laura Villarreal went back to Mexico after a few years living in the United States with the family, and when she was there, she got shocked by the violence of Monterrey, her hometown. And so she started a text about that significant thing for her. That was later finished by Isabel. And the text goes like this. This is the first part written by Laura. Guns all over the sky, cars that suddenly stop. There is no way through. What can I do? I found a way. ... And then she sent this to Isabel, and Isabel only completed saying, Superman is on his way. With the full text, and this 22 text, in this case, the text of Superman, Laura started painting this painting, this large painting, this large canvas. And when halfway finishing, she shipped this painting to Isabel, who was based in Miami at that time. So Laura was in Mexico, Isabel in Miami, for completion. So the process was repeated for many paintings. Some of those paintings, the large paintings we have here, were made through this process. And you can see also another small paintings. Those were painted later, right after, because they decided to paint individual paintings also with the same story. So each of them chose a story and painted individually. So you have another Superman painted by Laura, which is back there on your right. That's the process of painting, which is very interesting, very unique, as I said before. And a very interesting thing is that everything was painted in a span of 8 months. They were living apart in different towns. Now they both live in Miami, but at that time they were separated. Laura didn't know what Isabel meant about the text. Isabel didn't know what Laura meant about the text. They just sent text, and they thought how they wanted to complete this painting. So it's very interesting. Just 2 comments about that. One is that we normally hear that there's this stereotype about the artist, that they have egos and they don't want someone else to intervene their work. In this case, we have something totally different. They might have their egos, but they wanted to paint in a collaborative way. So they decided to do this, and the result is fascinating, not just because of the colors, because of the shapes, because of the stories behind, but also because they learn through this process to work together. And they can tell you that at the end of the process, the styles were kind of merging. And you see that the styles are different. You can see that in the individual paintings. Laura is more, paints things of the outside world. It's more social, more activist. And Isabel is more of the inner world, dreams, feelings. But it matches, it complements, it merges in a very significant way. And so that's my introduction to the work. I want to leave you now with Ambassador Felipe Bulnes, who's going to speak a little bit, and then with the artist. Thank you.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much for coming. First, I want to congratulate Nicolas because he was able to explain the whole process, and it wasn't easy. I was trying to understand this morning how it went, how this common project was developed, and it took me a few minutes to understand, but Nicolas was able to explain it very easily. Second, I would like to say that for us, it's an honor. We are delighted to host this exhibit as part of our calendar of cultural activities. We are always proud to show Chilean artists, but here also we have a Mexican one, and which make this initiative, this project, unique and extremely interesting. They were able to bring together two different cultures, and not maybe, for sure, two personal lives, maybe to an extent that they never anticipated. So every time you go to one of these paintings, you start wondering to what extent they were able to anticipate what was going to result. We want to make culture as part of our top priorities, and we feel that art, especially, is one of the best means we have to show our country, our landscape, our people, and the way we see the world. So you can count that we will continue supporting this kind of projects, and I want to acknowledge especially the support given by the Mexican Embassy and all the efforts they made also to make this exhibit possible. And finally, since I'm sure, and I'm afraid that you didn't come to see the ambassador, but to see the paintings and hear from the artists the way they create this joint project, I'm going to leave Laura and Isabel, I'm going to give them the microphone, and twice again, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much, all of you, to be here. It's a pleasure for us, and it's a great opportunity and a magnificent experience for us. Thank you, a big thank you for the Embassy of Chile and the Embassy of Mexico, and also to the Cultural Institute, and Nicolas Barr, of course, for have made everything possible and to put everything together. And to my partner here, very important. It was an incredible project, and we were making this since 2010. This project is not only this. What you see here is only a part. You can take a look at the book that is in a table over there. The whole project is made about 12 big paintings and 24 small paintings. The big paintings are made together. One of us started the painting and the other one finished it. And the small paintings are versions of the same little stories, but individual interpretations of the same stories. The whole exhibit was shown in Miami in 2010, and now we are bringing this part of the exhibit to the embassy, and we are so pleased to be here. Thank you so much, everyone who made this possible. Also, our important sponsor here from BCI Bank, Roberto Gatica, and he was with us from the beginning. So hopefully he will be all the time with us, because we don't want to stop here. We want to make something else through this same project. Maybe we were thinking with Laura to take out the personajes from the stories and make them like three-dimensional and make an installation with this. So this is only an idea for now, but you never know. Sometimes ideas started with a very little semilla. I don't know how to say it. I'm going to give you the microphone, because if not, I never stop. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all. Like Isabel said, thank you to Isabel for having us here, Ambassador, Mexican Consulate Embassy as well. I just want to tell you something that was very hard for both of us, I think, and it was leaving, like Nicolas said, our ego on the way. That's very hard. Leaving a painting halfway without being finished is like leaving your baby with someone else.
Yeah.
So that was pretty hard. That was a challenge. And making the result something aesthetic that when it was finished by somebody else, but started by you, and you saw it at the end and you liked it, that was very rewarding. So I think that was the most important part of it, of this project, that taught both of us a lot. And it was funny, another thing that we learned is that by the end, even us, we didn't know which part of each painting any of us painted. Like I would see and I don't even remember if that was me or Isabel. So this kind of blend was also a very, very interesting part of this project. As Isabel said, hopefully this will grow, this will become three-dimensional and a lot more. And we're very happy to be here and happy to have all of you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was a beautiful catalog you can take home, and I just want to thank the embassy, all the people working, Alvaro, and all the friends here tonight. Thank you very much. There's some wine, there's some cheese. Enjoy.